Howdy everybody, David here. Can you guys believe that this is already week 9? Week 9 already, holy crap, and this is from March 2nd to March 8th. Now, you guys last week had a very light week last week. I totally apologize about that. You know, every week cannot be perfect. There are real life variables involved, and sometimes these real life variables need to be taken care of. So, I apologize for only having one game last week. I had several players that had last moment cancellations, and therefore we canceled a game. Have another game in transition. The Sunday game is in transition, as you guys know from last week. Looking for players for the 5th edition game. So hopefully within the next several weeks everything will be corrected and we'll be back to a full slate of games every single week. For this foreseeable future anyways. Now, first off, I want to thank everyone for their, holy cow, their outpouring response to wanting to play in the D&D 5th edition Horde of the Dragon Queen game on Friday night. When I announced this last Monday, I never knew that it would get the response that it did. I literally have over 150 emails from players wanting, inquiring about questions. Now everybody has been responded to, and everyone has had times that have either they've come in and talked to me, or take for instance the last interviews will be today, which is Tuesday, and also tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So next Monday I will announce to you who the new group will be for the Dungeons & Dragons Horde of the Dragon Queen game. Now that also goes on to letting you all know that I like I said, this is the worst thing about doing something like what I'm doing. I have to turn people away. And unfortunately, I can't fit every single one of you into a game. I wish I could, but it would just be impossible. So thank you guys all for applying, showing interest, and also sorry to the folks within the last couple days that I've had to turn down without any kind of interview, because I've just got so many applicants already and good candidates already. So that goes on to, you know, next Monday I will announce the new roster for D&D 5e, and also I will also announce the new schedule for the games next week. Don't worry, not a lot of things are changing. I'm just announcing a new schedule. So next Friday we'll be back to at least, well, we will be back to 3 games next week, and then over the next month transition back into a 4th game a week. So thank you guys again. I totally appreciate it, and I never expected the amounts of people inquiring about playing in the D&D game. It was just overwhelming. So that goes on to talking about last week's recap, which we only have one, and hence the word recap. So last week in the 13th Age game on Thursday night, the party started the game they actually have the White Ghost Shivers. They, you know, got the White Ghost Shivers disease, or sickness as you want to call it, from the bone crabs down on the shores. They were trying to help the crab shack and shanty at Gastron's Point, trying to solve the problem of how are we going to feed the people. There's not enough, simply just not enough crab legs to go around. So, you know, Captain Tom, using, you know, his admiral type of prowess, his powers, his authority, kind of bargains a side deal that is going to basically eliminate a lot of the tariffs and importing fees that, you know, the owner of the Crab Shack and Shanty has to pay. So he's going to be working through, you know, Captain Tom exclusively. How this is going to work out in the future, I just don't know, but you'll have to watch. Now, after the party, they got their elixir from Sazu, and also Slant. Sazu and Slant both worked on the elixir through the night, and was delivered by Slant's son, Eco. Well, Sazu's son, Eco, and Eco delivered this, and, you know, talked more about this, you know, mysterious mausoleum. So as the party felt better, they got up, they started, you know, trying to find out more information. So they went and talked to Master Sergeant Broderick. Well, Mordecai thought he was just going to go in there and own the place and, basically tell the Master Sergeant how it was and this is what's going to happen. But Mordecai soon found out that Master Sergeant Broderick is in control of the island. So he went back to the rest of the party. Captain Tom, it was so funny that he went back to the captain, told the captain that Master Sergeant said all of this stuff about the captain, which he did not, and it was just so funny. The captain went storming in there, and there was an agreement that was met. Also, as the captain and the others, Vance Longstroke, Agnes, and Killian, and Mordecai, they were all gallivanting around Gastron's Point, which is not a large place, mind you. The captain did see that not only the captain but the entire party noticed that there was an influx of people at Gastron's Point. Well, to their dismay, they noticed that the Proud Mary was offshore a couple thousand yards, and a lot of the sailors and seamen, they were in Gastron's Point, sort of like in R&R. So all of these sailors are coming up to Captain Tom. "Oh, we heard about your ship. What happened?" Well, Captain Tom, he left, his Emerald Queen, the flagship of the Emperor's and the Archmage's armada of the Midland Sea. So Captain Tom, he doesn't know what's going on. He's been here in Gastron's Point for the last 3 days. So the Proud Mary got a messenger pigeon saying that the Proud Mary was under attack by a small fleet of Orc Lord boats, Orc Lord ships. So now this has got Captain Tom on edge. He left not only the Emerald Queen in charge of Crispy Pete, his cook, his trusted cook, not only the Emerald Queen, but he's in charge of the entire armada. The Archmage and the Emperor do not even know about this yet. Wow, this is going to be good. This is really going to be good. So, after all of that, nightfall comes, the party goes to the mausoleum that nobody in Gastron's Point is allowed to go to. You'll have to watch the video to find out what happens next. So, this is a story that's created by me, although I am using the 13th Age Dragon Empire default setting, all of their, their points, their cities. I'm using all the lore, but creating my own stories, within keeping it within the true lore of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You'll have to check out the video. The RP in this game is magnificent. This just sets the bar for the rest of my games going forward. And there's going to be a lot of changes to the games. I can definitely promise you that. So that goes on to what's going to go on this week. All right. First off, there's going to be I'll be back to doing tutorials. I've got quite a few tutorials releasing today, tomorrow, and then every other day throughout the week will also be at least one tutorial. I apologize last week. Like I said, there were just so many real-life variables going on. It was kind of nice to have a week to where I could just do my thing. But back to it this week, and you'll see that the Druid's coming out. Also, I'll be putting out some more 5th edition and also some 13th Age tutorials. Now, for this week, tonight, I'll be playing Path of Exile on the hardcore server, or I'll be doing some map prepping. I want to be careful on what I'm prepping for because of my games, and a lot of the players do like to come into the stream and whatnot. So I will be careful on what I prep. So don't forget, Thursday again, everyone will be here in full effect. So 13th Age will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. If you guys haven't seen a 13th Age game, I highly recommend it. And it is probably the highest watched game now on YouTube and Twitch itself. Friday, no game this week, but next week, D&D 5e will be back. Tyranny Dragons will be back with its new players, new characters, and whatnot. We'll be playing next week. Now, that's going to be next Friday. This Friday, I'll probably be doing Path of Exile or possibly something else with game prep. Saturday, everybody will be back, hopefully this week for Pathfinder. A couple players had to miss last week for real-life issues, which, hey, I'm totally cool with. I understand. And everybody in the Pathfinder game is always really consistent. It is my longest game with the longest tenured players that I have. So we'll be back this week, Saturday, with Pathfinder. Now, Sunday is going to be another open day. Sunday will be open for probably the next 3 weeks to possibly the next month until everything gets back with 4th edition or possibly something else going forward. So I just want to let you guys know this is what's going on this week. Week number 9 in the life of Dave Tabletopping and the world of the internet. March 2nd to March 8th. Sorry guys that the video came out on Tuesday, but like I said, it's taking care of a lot of other things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel to leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit the contact button and I'll always reply back. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Take care.